You know what, let's just start the vlog with the top 3 reasons of why I'm just a complete mess right now. Number 3 is that my AC is broken right now, so I just constantly look like a sweaty butterball turkey. Where'd that come from? I've not been wanting to film as much because not only do I look all sweaty and glowy, but I just am panting over here. I sound worse than Lenny. He's also hot and loud. Oh, and Lenny's my dog, just in case you're new to my channel. Apologies if you're new here and this is your introduction to me, but also this is kind of what it's usually like. Reason number 2 is that I have 2 overdue library books, but let me explain. I've had these books checked out for months before this pandemic started. Well, maybe not before it started, but before the isolation started. Yesterday, they were due, so I took them back to the library. I put them in the library drop box, and then I got an email this morning saying that I had overdue books, but I took them back on time. So I sent an email this morning being so nice because I do not want to be one of those people like, why did I get overdue? Like, that's my bad. I had them for like 2 months. I could have taken them back before the actual day they were due. But I sent an email this morning like, hello, I hope everyone's having just a glorious day. I turned these library books in yesterday and it says they're overdue, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you want me to buy them, then I will. Like, it's just the most extra email I've ever sent, but I don't want anyone to think that like I'm mad at them because I know everyone's going through it right now. Stop. And reason number 1, which is just stupid, is that I started rereading A Little Life last night for no reason. I don't even know what happened. I picked it back up yesterday to flip through it a little bit, just kind of, I don't even know. I don't have a good excuse. I started rereading it last night. The first reason this is bad is that the writing is just so beautiful to me. I love these characters more than I've ever loved characters in any other book. And when I go back to my other books, it's making everything seem very flat. So that's not good. But the other and more important reason I'm worried about this is that this is my favorite book of all time and that I just want to keep reading it. But I have some book club deadlines I have to get to of books. One book I've not even started, another book that I'm kind of into, but I'm not even halfway yet. And I have to finish them by the end of the month. And then I also have just started all these other books that I want to keep reading, and I got to stop doing this. Like, I need to stop. I need help. I should not be yelling like this at like 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, let's do the split update. I'm not even stretched, but it doesn't really matter at this point because I'm never gonna get it. How did I get worse? It is now Monday morning. I didn't do really any reading this weekend. I think I went from 16% on the Sundown Motel to 25%, so I'm officially a quarter of the way through. So far the book's just okay for me. I think that I would be enjoying it a little bit more if this had not been my most anticipated read for 2020. I just went into it with my expectations being so high, and especially after reading that little note in the beginning about this being dedicated to murderinos, people who are true crime, I don't want to say true crime fans because I don't want to be disrespectful, but just for people who are interested in true crime, which I definitely am. Today's Memorial Day, so I'm actually hoping that I'm gonna have enough time to finish this book. I do not want to go into Tuesday, tomorrow, having not finished it yet. It's just been entirely too long. So before I get to reading this morning, I want to update you guys on 2 things. One is that my AC is still broken. Can you see how every single pore on my face is just wide open right now? My face is breaking out. I'm just such a mess. But it's okay. Hopefully someone will be coming tomorrow to fix it. Of course my unit would break down over a long weekend, but that's okay, that's okay. And the second thing is that I did hear back from my library. Basically they told me that they wouldn't be accepting any late fees or charging any late fees in May or in June. So they were just letting the books sit in their own little quarantine, and then they'll get them back into the system after 72 hours. I checked this morning and they are back in there, so we're good to go. All right, let's start reading. Well, I'm feeling like a complete failure, but I'm gonna film the clip anyway. I have not finished the Sundown Motel, and it is Thursday night. It's about 10 o'clock. I guess this is just turning into a race against time to finish the book before the actual book club live show. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I am 37% of the way through of the Sundown Motel at this point. I'm just not loving it. There's nothing about it that's making me angry or making me like not want to continue reading. I'm just putting it down a lot. It's not compelling me to keep turning the page. Honestly, I've just had a more stressful week than I saw myself having. So when I am having some free time, I'm just napping. I'm napping over here. I'm knocking out, going to sleep. And I do have a full day of work tomorrow. I had a full day of work today, but I'm going to try to get to 50% of the way through the book before I go to sleep tonight. I have absolutely nothing on Saturday until the live show, so I think I can do it. I just need to actually sit down and read. Oh, I'm just so sleepy. I think I just made another promise I can't keep. As I was saying those words, I'm like, I'm gonna stay awake and, you know, read. What am I even saying? I just need to end this while I'm ahead. Let's talk about the Sundown Motel. I have not finished it, but I am not going to DNF it officially. I'm just rain checking it for now. The Sundown Motel follows two timelines. The first timeline tells the story of Viv, who is in the early 80s. She gets a job as a night shift hotel clerk at the Sundown Motel. And then shortly after, she goes missing. And this is told right up front. All of this is going to be spoiler free, by the way, partly because I've not finished the book, but also just because I'm not going to give you any spoilers. And the second timeline follows Carly, who is Viv's niece living in the present day. Carly is really interested in true crime. She starts her own DIY detective work, and she goes to the Sundown Motel, and by some coincidence, gets this same night shift position as a clerk. Is it clerk? Yeah, I guess so. But at reception of this hotel, just like her aunt had when she went missing. So just from that setup, I was so sold when I first heard about this book coming out. I thought this is going to be the best book that I read of 2020. So far, that's not the case. I'm not going to completely judge it before I finish it because something crazy might happen and I might change my mind. But I want to explain why I'm going to put it down for now and just some things that haven't been working for me as a reader right now. First of all, the characters Viv and Carly are kind of starting to run together a little bit for me, just since I know that they're completely different people, they're completely different timelines, like decades apart. They both have the same job, and even though different people are either helping them out or checking in and out of the motel, I'm starting to get a little bit confused. And this is touching on the first problem I think that is my fault, is that I got this book as an ebook because that's what I get for being cheap. But I think if I had a physical copy and I could flip back and forth really fast of like, oh wait, who is this? Who, like, I think that would make it a little bit easier. And then that leads into my next point of just so far, I'm 47% of the way through. And we just have, in my opinion, too many characters going on right now. Carly has like two different random men helping her and a roommate, and that's fine. I can kind of keep track of them, but then what's happening is when it goes back to Viv, I'm like, wait, where's this guy? And then I remember, no, that's from Carly's, and I think that maybe that's my brain, but also I just want to give you guys a heads up that it is confusing for me, and I read a lot of books like this, so I don't know why I'm having this hard of a time with it. I just feel like there are so many little information nuggets that I'm just not picking up on. For instance, in Viv's timeline, someone might be called by their real name. Like, I'll just make up a name as an example. This is not from the book, but say someone's name is, the first thing that came to mind was Harry Potter. Okay, so say your name is Harry Potter. Then in Carly's timeline, they might be talking about the same person from history, but call them the man in the black hat. Again, that is not a direct example, but it's things like that where you would be able to pick up on that. Say like a woman dies in a white dress and her name is blank, and then in the present day they're referring to someone as the woman in the white dress. If I don't make that connection and then it's brought up later, I'll read 50 pages without realizing, oh shoot, that's the same woman, when I should have just known it from the beginning. So again, I just can't tell if it's me or if this is just a little bit confusing. You know what, let me just go ahead and skip to the main reason I'm putting it down for now. I just don't feel that much suspense with the book. I'm almost halfway done and there's only been one major plot turn. I don't even know if that's what you call it. Plot turn? Plot twist. Oh my gosh. I'm regretting filming all this criticism because I'm just exposing myself that my brain's just not working. There's only been one plot twist so far where I thought, wow, and kind of got like a little bit of chills, like, ooh, that I wasn't expecting that. But I don't want to just read this entire book waiting on a plot twist or waiting for some grand reveal. I want to be enjoying, maybe not every page, but I want to be enjoying every chapter. I just feel like there's being so much information and so many clues and red herrings thrown at me that I don't know how to sift through it. I just want this to be a fast-paced, thriller. Y'all, I do not hate this book by any means. I don't know why I'm getting so heated. Like, I'm definitely gonna give this at least 3 stars just because I appreciate what it's doing so far. But I wanted to defend myself of why I'm not gonna finish it in this reading vlog. I do want to give a shout out to the Page Turner Book Club. I missed the live stream last night. I did watch the beginning, the spoiler-free introduction, and I can't wait to go back and watch it once I have finished the book. I just can't rush the reading. And at first, when I clicked on the video, I thought, you know what, I don't even care. I'm just gonna spoil this for myself. And then as I started hearing them talk about the book, I thought, you know what, I do want to know what happened. So I'm waiting for now, but I will be back. And I just want to thank them so much for doing their thing on this book club. I think it's so fun. And I'm really excited for the June read as well, which is it called Beach Read? I will put a picture of it up here. If you've read the Sundown Motel, go watch their video because I'm sure they have a great discussion on there. I love hearing their opinions like on their own channels, so I'm really kicking myself that I couldn't finish the book in time to watch the live show. But again, I'm going back to support later. Thanks for sticking with me through this mess of a reading vlog. I promise in whatever I put up next, I will finish a book. And maybe I'll be able to do a split too. Maybe, we'll see. I am starting a new internship tomorrow, which will be job number 2 for me. And I really want to document it. I want to start making work week reading vlogs just to kind of hold myself accountable to continue reading as I am busier this summer. Let me know what you guys think because that might just be something you're totally not interested in, especially if I keep uploading these videos where I don't finish any books. Yikes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.